Welcome back to AI Explained. We're diving deep today.
Deep into what exactly? Spill the beans.
We're looking at Microsoft. They're making a huge bet
A big one, huh? On what?
on India, on India's AI scene, to be more precise.
Interesting. How huge are we talking?
$3 billion, huge.
Wow, that's serious money.
It is. Makes you wonder why they're going all in like this. What's the draw? And what does it mean, not just for India, but for like the whole global AI landscape? That's what we're going to unpack today.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? What's the why behind all of this?
Well, we've got this news article that really broke the story. It's all about this massive investment. And let me tell you, it's not just about throwing money around.
Oh, really? It's more nuanced than that.
Way more. It's strategic.
Strategic how? Like, how are they approaching this?
Microsoft is really looking at the big picture. They want to be a part of India's AI scene long term. Like, they're not just trying to like grab some market share and run. They're trying to build something.
Okay, so it's about building something sustainable, an ecosystem almost.
Exactly. That's the word for it, an ecosystem.
Mm.
And, when you look at India right now, it's like the potential there, it's huge. Just the sheer number of developers.
Yeah, India's got this incredible developer community that's growing like crazy.
Crazy's right. The article mentioned that something like over 17 million developers in India use GitHub, which Microsoft owns, right?
Yeah, that's right. And that's just one platform. It just shows you the scale of the talent pool there. It's massive.
Right. So Microsoft is, I guess, tapping into that. But how exactly are they doing that? What's the plan?
Well, they've got this multi-pronged approach.
Multi-pronged.
Yeah, like it's not just about, one thing. They're investing in a bunch of different areas. So there's the obvious infrastructure, data centers, computing power, all that good stuff.
Right. Gotta have the hardware.
Exactly. But then they're also putting a huge emphasis on training.
Training, like educating people.
Yep, educating and upskilling. They've actually committed to training 10 million Indians in AI-related skills.
10 million. That's a huge undertaking. What kind of training are we talking about here?
Everything from the basics of coding to data science, machine learning, AI application development, the whole works.
Wow, that's impressive. So they're creating a whole pipeline of AI talent. It's not just about plugging existing gaps in the workforce. It's about fueling future growth.
Exactly. They're playing the long game here.
And this makes a lot of sense when you think about the size of the Indian market, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a booming digital economy, massive potential market for AI solutions.
Right. Microsoft is like planting their flags like, okay, we're here, we're serious, let's do this.
Yeah, it's a power move for sure. But, they're not the only ones who see this potential.
Right. Competition is fierce. I mean, the article mentioned Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Amazon's pledged billions to India's AI scene as well. And it's not just those two giants either. CDOs from companies like NVIDIA and AMD, they've been making visits, scoping things out. Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
So how does Microsoft stand out? Like, how's their strategy different?
Well, a lot of the other players, they're focusing on, specific sectors, or maybe just on infrastructure. Microsoft's really pushing this idea of a collaborative ecosystem.
So it's less about competition and more about, like, working together.
Exactly. They're partnering with local startups, with organizations, trying to foster innovation at a grassroots level.
That's cool. Any examples of how they're doing that?
Yeah. They've partnered with this organization called Sauce Boomi, and they're focusing on empowering startups, not in the big cities, but in smaller Indian cities and towns.
Wow, that's interesting. It's like decentralizing the tech scene,
Yeah.
bringing opportunities to places they haven't traditionally been.
Yeah, spreading the wealth, making sure that the benefits of AI, they reach everyone. And I think that's a big part of their strategy. It's about sustainable, inclusive growth.
So it's not just about making money. It's about making a difference. That's a refreshing perspective.
For sure. But, beyond the big picture stuff, it's always good to look at some concrete examples of how this AI is actually being used, right? Like, how is it impacting businesses? How is it impacting people's lives in India?
Yeah, I'm all about real-world examples. Any cool ones come to mind?
Definitely. One that jumped out at me was Persistent Systems. They're an Indian IT firm, and they're using this Microsoft AI tool called Contract Assist.
Contract Assist, what does that do?
Well, basically, it helps with contract negotiations, those long, drawn-out processes that can take forever. This tool, it uses AI to, analyze the contracts, identify key clauses, assesses risks, and even suggests optimal language. And the results have been pretty amazing.
Amazing. Like, how so?
They've managed to cut their negotiation time by 70%.
70%? That's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And think about what that means, right? All that time saved, all those resources freed up, they can focus on other things, other strategic initiatives. It's a huge efficiency boost.
So AI is like their secret weapon, making them more productive and agile. Makes you wonder what other companies are doing with this tech.
Oh, there are tons of examples. Healthcare is another big one.
Healthcare. Huh. How so?
Yeah, Microsoft's AI is being used in hospitals all over India, analyzing medical data, helping with diagnoses, personalizing treatment plans.
Wow, so it's not just about business, it's about improving people's health too.
That's right. It's about having a real-world impact.
So to sum this all up, Microsoft is placing a huge bet on India. But it's more than just an investment. It's a commitment to building this whole AI ecosystem.
Right. They're investing in infrastructure, they're training millions of people, they're partnering with startups, and they're doing it all with this focus on sustainability and inclusivity.
And it's already having a tangible impact. Businesses are becoming more efficient, healthcare is being revolutionized, and all this is happening in a country that's rapidly becoming a global tech powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be excited about this. It really feels like we're witnessing a major shift in the global AI landscape.
Right, like what does all this mean for the future of AI development globally? Like, will we see more collaboration, more talent emerging from places we might not expect? It's fascinating to think about.
Totally. The world's watching India right now. It's a really exciting time for AI, and who knows what the future holds.
Well, on that note, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Microsoft's AI ambitions in India. It's a story that I think is just beginning.
It's definitely a story to watch.
To all our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to AI Explained. If you want to keep exploring the world of AI and how it's shaping our future, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got lots more deep dives coming your way.
And who knows, maybe we'll even revisit this story in a few years and see how things have unfolded.
That's a great idea. We'll have to do that. Until then, keep exploring and stay curious.